Yeah, that's right. And actually, Ophelia is now post-tropical cyclone Ophelia, but there's still concern out for that area because they could potentially still see flooding and storm surges. But we'll have an update on the tropics in just a few moments. But like I said earlier in the show, today was officially the first day of fall. But what does that technically mean? Well, it's technically the autumnal equinox, and so Earth's axis is tilted neither toward nor away from the sun. So that means equal amounts of daylight and darkness at all latitudes. And so up until this point, we have been losing daylight, and unfortunately it's going to be pretty much the same situation, and it's going to be feeling very hot. And so technically it doesn't really feel like fall. So again, we had very hot temperatures across the Rio Grande Valley for today. It literally felt like an oven outside. We had those high temperatures in the upper 90s to low 100s, and of course those feel like temperatures were a couple degrees above that, anywhere from 108 to 110. But what did help us were the winds. So we still have a slight breeze out there with sustained winds anywhere from 8 to 15, 16 miles per hour coming in from the south. So it's bringing in all of that warm Gulf moisture. So that's why we were very muggy out there with those dew points above 65 degrees, and they're still above that range. So that number is important because if dew points are at 65 degrees or higher, that is when you're going to start feeling the mugginess in the air. So still expect very hot, humid, and dry conditions for tomorrow and tonight as well. So the morning lows will only drop down to the mid to low 80s and upper 70s under mostly clear skies. But what about for tomorrow? So tomorrow, again, very hot temperatures. So tomorrow is going to be basically a copy and paste from today. You can expect those high temperatures to be a little bit cooler just along the coast in the upper 80s, but then further inland toward the upper valley, you can expect those high temperatures to be anywhere from 103 to 105. So Roma and Rio Grande City is going to have a high of 105 and 104. So remember those heat safety tips, especially if you do have plans to be outside. But this is going to be just on the short term because as we head into the middle of the work week, rain chances return, but they are going to be a little bit on the lower end, anywhere from 20 to 30% rain coverage. So overall conditions are going to be hot and mostly dry across the Rio Grande Valley. So if you do get a rain shower or a thunderstorm, consider yourselves lucky. So here's a closer look. Mostly dry for today and for tomorrow as well. You're just seeing those clouds filtering in along with those winds coming in from the south, and that's going to continue for Monday as well. But let's take a look at Tuesday. So for Tuesday morning, you can expect dry conditions, but by the afternoon, those showers and storms are going to be filtering in. But switching gears just a little bit, now let's take a look at the tropics. So again, we still have Ophelia out there, but now it's post-tropical cyclone Ophelia, but also we have a disturbance out along just the coast of Africa that has a low 20% chance of further development. And we also have a new tropical storm named Felipe that is going to continue to move further north in the Atlantic, but none of this is really going to be affecting us here locally in the Rio Grande Valley. So here's a look at our next 7 days. You can expect those hot temperatures to continue with those highs anywhere in the upper 90s to low 100s, and those rain chances don't really return until Tuesday. So again, keep an eye out for the rain and thunderstorms.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad Felipe is staying away. We don't need that, Brianna.
No, not at all.
We do not need that, but what we do need is a day full of college football. Yes. I know our Blake Holland was screaming in the newsroom. He's very excited, crazy couple of minutes, but he has a preview at what he's coming up in sports.